Cześć, tu Michael Patrick Kelly. Dziewczyny, kocham was.
Michael, so good to see you. How are you,
hey,
man?
Mateos, I'm good. Thanks for having me. Always good to talk to you guys.
Really huge congratulations for your new album. Great work, man. I was listening to that during my drive to work, and I was thinking that there are many places you can take this album with you.
Thank you so much. You're very kind. Yeah, I try to make a record that's not limited to one style or one music genre, because you know, the music I've been doing my life has always been pop, folk, rock, and the last couple of years I've been influenced by urban music, by hip hop, and so I just don't give myself any borders anymore. And so you're right. I guess you could hear some songs at the beach, some songs you could hear at a funeral, some songs you could hear at a rock concert, and yeah, that's what I was intending to do. But the album Boats is, the title are the initials for based on a true story. So all the songs are based on true things that happened to me in my life, or things that happened to other people that I've met in my life that inspired me. And so that was the lyric concept behind the album.
This is your fifth album, solo one, in addition to a career as a child. What this means for an artist like you? Is it like another adventure that we were talking about? Or just listening to this album, I can feel that you had so much fun, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, listen, this is the album for which I took the most time. You know, it's been almost what is it now? 4 years since my last record. So I wrote 60 songs. You know, I went on a kind of like a world trip. I was in Greenland, I was in Africa, I was in California, and just traveling a lot to get inspired. And then I was thinking a lot about, many things that I've experienced in my life and what do I want to write about, what's important to me. And so, there's a song like Mother's Day, and I don't know if you've heard the story, but when my mom died very young, I was 5 years old. And 6 months later was Mother's Day. So I wanted to bring flowers to her grave. And on my way to the cemetery, I was just picking up the flowers I could find, because I didn't have money. We were very poor at the time, so I just picked what I found. And then I arrived at the cemetery, and I realized that the other gravestones had much nicer flowers. They had, roses and daisies and daffodils. Yeah. So I just stole all the flowers from all the graves and put them on the gravestone of my mother. And so that's the story of Mother's Day. And I was there not long ago with a pickup truck full of bouquets of flowers, and to fix up the sins of my youth, And so they all got fresh flowers now, and then the people in the town were very touched. And so that's one story. And then you have a song like Icon. Icon is based on a story that I experienced many years ago when I sang in a prison. Sometimes I sing in prisons. And I met a guy who was in jail. He had life sentence. And he was a very peaceful guy. He had a long beard, and he didn't look like a criminal to me. He looked like a holy man. He was like really special in a way. And so he wanted to show me his cell. So he took me to his cell, and it was full of icons. And he had experienced some kind of conversion in jail. He became a very spiritual man, and he started painting icons. He became a monk. And then once he was finished with his 15 years or 20 years, I'm not sure, he went to Greece, and he entered a monastery, and I think he's still there painting icons. So that's what the song Icon is about. So every song has a story of my life or of people I've met. And yes, I think it's my best record. I think it's my best record because it's the most mature record. It's the album I took the most time. Sometimes quality just needs time, and I didn't want to rush. And my poor record company, they were getting nervous, like, when is the album coming? Please. And I'm like, patience. And then
If you expect from me good stuff, you have to wait for that, yeah?
Yeah, you know, Irish whiskey takes 12 years to get, you know, to the point where it is.
That's right.
Drink it. So 4 years is still okay.
Oh man, as you said, I'm sure this is your best album, with no doubts. But as you said about all the different stories on that album, there are another one about a blind friend of you, which you have met during your documentary film, which we also can see on the internet. It's like a big journey, and besides the Mother's Day, there is one single, Blurry Eyes, which got a special message, a love message. Please tell me about that, because this is more than a random love song. I was listening to that during my drive to work. It is, I think so. You can just tell me when I'm wrong. It's like a guide for us how to love someone unconditionally, isn't it?
Oh, you could see it that way, yeah. You could definitely see it that way. That's well analyzed. Thank you for that, Mateus. Yeah, well, Blurry Eyes is a song I wrote for a specific person. There's a person whose story really inspired the song, because that person really needs to hear those words. Let me love you just the way you are.
Yeah.
But it's a very private story, so I'm not gonna go public about this, at least not now. But in the moment, there are a lot of people who are blurry, you know, they just don't see clear, they don't know where life is going, they're confused, the pandemic, you know, what's happening between Russia and Ukraine is getting a lot of people nervous, and so it's hard to see through sometimes in life, and we all go through phases which are, you know, good phases, bad phases, not just a happy day or a bad day, but you can have depression, you can have, I don't know, you lose your job and then you don't have any money, or you break up with your partner. And so this song is kind of like for all the people who need to, you know, have hope and courage and consolation in these times. And so I think a lot of people are having doubts, a lot of people are having struggles with themselves or with life in general. So what this song is about is to say, hey, it's okay not to be okay. You know, if you're feeling bad, you're feeling bad, and you don't have to pretend and be an actor and, you know. And I love you even in that situation, even in that state. Because, you know, social media gives us the impression that people have a great life, you know, they're always posting their best off, but
that's right.
We all have a worst off too, you know, and so this song is like, hey, in your worst off, you're lovable, and you're right, it's like a guide to loving people unconditionally, or letting yourself be loved unconditionally. So
when you feel bad, when you got some troubles, got dark thoughts in your head, just let me talk about it with you, isn't it? Like, just have the power to show me that, because I'm just yours.
100%. I mean, you know, I'm the kind of person that when I'm going through stuff, I want to be strong, I want to do it on my own, you know? But I think it's not always right. Sometimes it's good to open up, to share your weaknesses and share your problems with people that you trust, because you can't trust everybody. Some people are gonna, you know, like Billie Eilish said, don't post every feeling you have on Instagram. Yeah. I think she's right, you know?
Yeah.
I think she's right, because some people are gonna like push it even further down the wound, you know? But if you have a friend, or if you have somebody in your family, or maybe sometimes you also need a therapist, you know? It depends on what situation you are in. So yeah, talking about it is good. I think just getting it out is 50% of the solution, you know?
That's right. And pandemic was a really bad time, but one plus I can see in that time, strange times, that you got your time for asking yourself what's wrong with you and what do you expect from life. You said that in your documentary, that was a real good time to ask yourself about your future. So have the last 2 years changed you as a person or as an artist? I mean, the pandemic time?
Oh yeah, I think so. Well, I think I realized what I already knew, but even more. You know what I'm saying? Like that family is very important. You know, that family is really important. And sometimes you have families where it's toxic, so you have to take distance. But if you have a good family, or if you have people in your family that are good to you, I think to take time with your family, and the same with friends. You know, like one of my conclusions for this year is to take more time for friends, because I'm always working, just creating, traveling and promo here and touring there, and I don't see my friends a lot. I forget their birthdays and all that. So I promised myself and my friends that I'm going to take more time for my friends this year, because there's a saying, take time for your friends, or time will take your friends.
Good one. Yeah.
So these are very simple things, family, friends, health. I think we've all been thinking a lot more about our health, including mental health. It's like a lot of people wake up in the morning like, oh no, life sucks, I don't want to live. The alarm clock goes bling, 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 and you're like, shit, no. So to motivate yourself, and one of the things I do every morning when I wake up is I say thank you. I thank God, and I thank my wife, and I thank life, and for
just be
for
grateful.
All the good things. Yeah. It's not easy to always make it a habit, but once you make it a habit to say thank you for every good thing, and thank people, and sometimes you have good weather, and I think if you want to become like a master, like the Chuck Norris of gratitude, then you gotta thank even when things go bad.
And you just need to kick life. Yeah. Exactly. Every day. But as you said, everyone's deserve a support, in your life. So even during the concert as a musician, you can tell that. And now this is the best time for that question. What about your touring plans? Michael, we're waiting for you in Poland.
Yes. Well, listen, I was talking to my promoter a couple of days ago, and we're planning to come in September. So I can't tell you any concrete dates yet, but I'm hoping it's going to be Warsaw and Krakow. TBC, to be confirmed. But it's looking good. It's looking good. Like we're probably gonna do Warsaw and Krakow in September. But don't nail me on this. It's TBC, to be confirmed, because Corona and all that. But that's my big hope. And then I hope to come back again next year. So we're gonna try and do 2 shows this year, and maybe some more shows next year. And that'll be a good moment to come and visit you in the studio and see your spaceship. You have like a little interesting background there. It looks like a spaceship.
Little spaceships with so many buttons, so many colors. And this is like crazy, but I'm just waiting for you to show you that, man. If you come to Poland, to Krakow.
I love Krakow. I mean, you guys have an incredible, beautiful city, that river, the old part of town, the Jewish section, the synagogue, and so many great things in Krakow, the history. And don't you guys have a painting from Leonardo da Vinci? It's somewhere in the museum.
Yeah, we got one. Yeah.
Yeah, someone said it's the sister of Mona Lisa.
Yeah. With a small animal on the shoulder. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm gonna do a show in Krakow just to see Mona Lisa's sister and go on a date with her. I'd like to get a proper Polish sausage. Yeah, a nice Polish sausage. Yeah.
All right.
The Americans, they got hot dogs, but hot dogs, it's like a bootleg of Polish sausage. It's like hot dogs is like the fake Polish sausage. It's not the
That's
real
right.
thing, but you guys have the real deal. And so when I come to Krakow, we're gonna get some Polish sausage, some Polish and Irish beer.
Okay.
Go see Mona Lisa's sister,
Right?
And have a great fucking show.
That's right. I'm waiting for that. I'm curious about the day after, but just that don't matter now. So, Michael, we got the Women's Day on the way, 8th of March. Are you prepared for that?
Yeah, I think, you know, for me, women are heroes, you know, because it's the whole fashion industry has given us an image of how you're supposed to look and how you're supposed to act and all that. And you have to be a sexy bitch, you have to be a cool mom, and you have to be, you know, a working career person. It's like, it's just impossible, you know. So to be a woman nowadays is really tough. And so all I want to say is to all the women out there, we love you just the way you are, you know, just the way you are. You're good, you're great, you're beautiful, and we support you. And thank you for being in you know, in this world, and for making this a better place. Because us guys, we're like, you know, we're machos and we think we run the world. We're the smartest. But I think the girls are smarter, you know, they got more brains than we do, and they have like an emotional intelligence that us guys don't have. We're very like, oh, there's a problem, I have a solution, you know, but we're not very sensitive, you know. So yeah, to all the women out there, thank you for who you are. Thank you for making our life beautiful with your beauty and your femininity, and yeah, just forgive us and be patient with us, guys.